Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now, I know a lot of you motorheads out there have fifth wheels and travel trailers and car haulers and that sort of thing, and you're probably great at driving the race car or the hot rod, but driving the trailer can be kind of sketchy when you're towing that behind you, and that's where our friends at Cub come in. Augustin, what can you do to make my trip to the racetrack safer?
Well, with this new system, we're able to give you blind spot detection, just like you have on your modern vehicles, but for your trailer, and make your lane changes a lot easier.
And we're not just talking race haulers, of course. I mentioned the racetrack, but it makes any trailer safer, any RV safer as well. So how does the system work?
So this system uses automotive grade components. This is the same blind spot detection system that you'd have on your truck, your cars, anything that you see out on the road today. By placing these sensors at the back of the trailer and running the wiring under everything, most everything is plug and play, then we're able to, through the indicator, notify the driver if there's something in the blind spot so you can't make that lane change, or it'll also beep at you when you are making a lane change and you're going to have that collision.
What's the genesis of all this? Where did you guys come up with this idea?
So some of us, we're actually car guys. We like going to the track. We tow, but there's always three major complaints for RVing. One is backing up. We can't help you there. Next is lane changes. So with lane changes, it's kind of sketchy because you're looking in your mirrors. You can't really see that back corner. You can see something's there, but you can't tell if it's clear. With this indicator, it tells you clearly that you are okay to make that lane change.
And I saw a stat on your website. It said 75,000 people are injured every year in RV accidents alone. So
they are.
It's
a sad statistic.
well. Yeah, it's an amazing responsibility towing a trailer, and you don't really realize how long it is till you start doing it.
Right, and incredibly heavy. Your load is usually very expensive. You've got a nice race car in there, costs a lot of money.
You said there were three things that people complain about, by the way.
Well, the last one is a little bit kind of dirty business. It's cleaning the dump tanks.
We're not going to cover that this week, but maybe next week on Motorhead Garage. Now, how about the installation process? It looks like you have everything you need here for the kit, but how does it actually install on your vehicle and on your trailer?
So these sensors go on the back of the trailer, about mid-height for your hip. We have all the hardware that goes with it, gaskets to keep everything dry inside. We have these harnesses. This one runs the length of the trailer. This one runs between the left and right radars. This one goes up at the tongue. That's all done on the trailer. It's mostly plug and play, zip ties. This set right here goes on the back of your truck. This runs under your truck. This goes under your dash, plugs into a brain, indicator gets suction cupped, and that's all you have.
Gotcha, wow. And there's a lot of instructional videos on your website, which is great, although every vehicle is different, but the installation is still pretty simple. Scott on our tech team installed it on our trailer, and he did most of the work on the truck, starting with the back, with the coupling in the back, and then ran the wire up to the front, and you finished it off. And what did you have to do in the cab of the vehicle?
So it was very simple. We just had one wire to connect. From here, we just connected to ignition, and we plugged in the OBD2 connector, plugged it into our brain, suction cupped that to the windshield. It took us maybe all of 10 minutes.
And what am I actually seeing there on the unit on the dash then when there's somebody in my blind spot?
So if you're just driving along, this gives you information. The indicators will light up to let you know if there's a vehicle on your left or right. If you're using your turn signals and you're trying to make a lane change, the indicators will blink at you and it'll also beep at you to get your attention. And if people are sleeping in the cab, you can go ahead and mute that. It'll silence it off.
We talked about installation being super simple, but if you're having an issue, besides the YouTube videos and the things on your website, where else can I turn?
You can always give us a call on our tech support line. You can find us through Instagram or our Facebook Messenger.
I know you guys are experts because you made really quick work of this too. And you thought of everything. As I look at this, it looks very durable, but this is going to be out in the elements, especially in the northern states where you have salt and things on the road that eat away at cars and things. So what have you done to deter that?
So all of our hardware on the outside is all stainless steel. All of our connectors are all automotive grade connectors, which are all weather tight. And for the bolts that attach to your trailer itself, they're galvanized.
Well, it's a fantastic idea. I think everybody should have it. It can save your trailer, it can save your equipment, it can even save your life. You can check them out at rvblindspot.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings right after this.